Okay. Perfect. So I'm going to share some slides and we'll discuss it with you, even to make you understand why we want to meet you for 5 weeks. Okay, so do you want to start, Abby? Do you want me to start?
Let's start.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
But you can go ahead.
Oh, okay. So the reason why Abby and I wanted to be here with you and share with you this mindset and motivation about blogs that we can meet in the business is because we find blogs. Maybe we stumbled on all of them, or maybe just one or two, or eventually we will stumble. But the thing is to keep going because it happens. Every job that we work, it's not the easiest, but we can do this, like it's a nice work for so many reasons. But we're going to see these blocks and how we can, like pass them and not let them stop us. So if everything is clear, you have no questions, we can start. No question, just say it. Okay, so we're gonna see 5 blocks. We're not gonna talk about all of them tonight. If you're here long enough, you remember last year or 2 years ago, I had a Zoom class for the Oak Tribe about this. So that's why it says that we're gonna discuss this tonight. But we're gonna just talk about the first block, money. Maybe it's the tougher one, but one moment. But we'll discuss this. And as I sent before, you have an ebook that you can go back and go back and read. And so one thing you want to remember is to focus on the result that you want to achieve. So do not focus on the blocks or things that are not positive, but to the result that you want to achieve. Again, so this is the first block. I really like this affirmation. I don't wait for opportunities to come to me, but I create opportunities. Do you like this one? The idea behind it, because it's sometimes we think that it's just a way to have money, to make money, to create opportunities, but it's actually, there's more than one. Here's Justine. Is she here? Hi, Justine. We know you're at work. Just a quick recap. We just started. We were saying that we're going to talk about 5 blocks and we divide this in 5 weeks. Blocks that we find and we stumble upon during our business with Young Living, but how we can cope with them. So yes, there are blocks that we may have encountered in the past. We may fight in this moment with one of these blocks, or we may stumble upon them in the future. But the secret is to not let them to block us. And mindset and motivation plays a key role in this kind of situation. So this is the first block, money. And this, we just read this. So I don't wait for opportunities to come to me, but I create opportunities. So we can literally do actions that will help us see the money in a little bit of a more positive way. In the ebook that we shared with you, we talk about this subject. It was a little bit hard for me to understand this because I always thought that in order to feel safe about money, we're not talking about getting rich, whatever, it's just to have enough money, is sometimes to not touch them, or to be sure to always have that certain amount of money in the bank account. It was an anxiety I've always had. I don't know if you felt this way, if it's clear enough what I said. Like, I wouldn't touch money because I know that they're there. And if I have to touch them, I would get so anxious because I was like, am I going to be able to have that money back. But when I read this is from a social selling girl that I was following in the past, that she said that the money is neutral. So it's important to buy what we need and to buy for the things that we need, but it's not, it cannot control our life, the idea that we have about money. And this one, I had to read it back like 10 times in Italian, of course, that my safety is not in the dollars in my bank account, but in my ability to create more. So this link to our Young Living discussion, Young Living business, because in this way, it's not just about selling the starter bundle, for example, which is a great way to share and a great way to make money. But how can I have the ability to create more money? Well, I may start making custom bundles. Think about people that, let's say, for example, personal experience. A friend of mine, very close friend of mine, she just had a baby. She's going crazy because she's like, oh, we're not sleeping. She has, she's colicky, all this, she's going crazy. So I'm not gonna tell her, oh, you should grab a starter kit, which is a good idea. But I'm planning on making a custom bundle, not even the little Oilers kit, because she has 2 babies, like a 1 year and a just born year. A month-old baby. I'm gonna make a bundle with ceilings, oils for sleep, oils for colleagues, oils for her, emotional wellness. So think about things that gives you the ability to create more money without being salesy and without making you feel anxious. Is it clear? Do you have questions? Do you have... Okay. So do you want to go ahead, Abby?
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you girls, regarding what Ilaria just talked about creating opportunities. How do you girls feel about that? Like, how do you girls go about creating opportunities? Or is that something completely new to you, or something that you already practice and do? And how is it working for you? Go for it, Jenny.
I mean, I could always improve on this, but I realize that even if someone says, oh, I really need some sleep support, but I always leave the door open for other things, because it's happened to me. Someone is looking for one specific thing to help them, but then they buy something totally different. And I'm like, where did that come from? And so just letting them know, like for Young Living products, that it's not just oils, it could help for other different things and other different products. So not just going with the mentality that, oh, they need help with this one thing and that's only their interest. So keeping it open has helped me.
Awesome. That's good. That's really good, Jenny. Anyone else?
For me, I just, well, first of all, I'm not where I can just like speak freely, so I'll have to talk really quick here. But I think that the concept is a little harder for me because it just goes against everything that's natural but I know that if it's actually going to work as a business, this is something that I have to do. And for me, I think it just has to start out with talking about it more when the subject comes up, or creating a way where the subject can come up naturally, and then it can get into more creating more opportunities. But it is something that I have to work on.
Yeah, so I think that's something, one of the biggest challenges is kind of getting over that, which is why we're doing this, getting over these blocks, being very aware of what the money aspect stands in this business is going to help us get over that, unnatural feeling of like, I don't want to be a salesperson, I don't want to sell. But so this is where that block comes in, and doing what is it that I want to get out of this financially? You know, like being sure of where we want to be at when it comes to that, right? So here we go with the exercise. Go for it, Ilaria. You're muted.
I'm sorry. So I can stop the sharing because this that you see here, you find it in the ebook. So you can see oils that can help diffuser blends idea. So we are going to send in the chat a podcast from Kristen Boss that talks about this subject that you can listen to. And next week, you tell us what you think and ways that you want to, ways that you want to work it on.
Yeah.
Okay?
So as you're listening to the podcast, or right before, like I would suggest you do the use the oils in here. They're oils that I'm sure you girls have. You can do patchouli, orange, one of those blends. You'll see that in the book, in the ebook, and then doing the affirmation, and then listen to the podcast. Next week, come with your notes, girls, because we're going to like unravel that whole money aspect of it. Also, come back with a plan. I'm going to leave you girls with this homework. Listen to the podcast, and then what is your plan to achieve your next rank? So like write down where you're at. If you're back in star or associate, come, because we want these sessions to be like interactive, but also we want to see you girls grow by the end of these weeks. So come back with a plan of what do you think has to happen in order to achieve the next rank when it comes to money. Like bring your ideas. Well, I need to enroll this many people, or I need to reach out to these many people. Come with an action plan.
Okay.
Any
Good.
questions, girls? Does that sound good?
That sounds good.
Awesome.
Good and short.
Okay. Yeah, we're trying to keep them short so that you girls have time to do these sessions, you know, that you're not like, oh man, I need to block an hour every week to do this. So 15, 20 minutes is but we're going to leave you with homework, and you can do that in your spare time or whenever you can squeeze that in.
Okay. I'm like wanting more now. I was so
I
short.
know.
I'm like,
I know,
what's
get the oils, but use the book. There's more
Okay.
info in the ebook that Ilaria created. This ebook, it's really helpful. And then read it and use the oils that are recommended.
And what
there.
was the podcast, the title of?
Oh
the-
yeah, well, I'll send it to you, right? Well, I'll share it in the
in the chat.
restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Kristen Boss one.
Okay. And then our homework was kind of just ideas of our plan on what we would want to do or need to do to rank up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like what is it that and how much money? Put a dollar sign. Like, I want to be making this amount of money by next month. You know, even if it's an extra $20, an extra, whatever seems reasonable to you, and what will it take to do that, to make that amount of money?
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, girls, so much. I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to see how we do with these. And thanks so much, Ilaria, for putting this together. Ilaria has created the ebook. She's translated it into English. She's organized these sessions. So yeah, Ilaria has done.
No, we
Thank you so much.
I made something, but we made it all together. We make it all together. Okay.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Enjoy your pizza, Ilaria. Bye,
Thank
Shelly.
you.
Bye, Justine. Thank you so much, girls. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.